Live. Hello. Welcome to New Coach Mentorship 2. Did you like the little 2 in the title of it?
I do.
I don't know what else to call it, so I'm just going to go with it, and it'll just be like 3, 4. It is what it is. So we're so excited you're here. You should know that because it's number 2, this is our second time technically going through this specific content, this kind of order, all the jazz. So we've refined coach training over the course of 4 years would be actually humorous, because I think I think Andy paid for like a computer website to be created. I've paid for a website. It's just really, actually, it's kind of embarrassing to really think about it. And then one day we were at some training, some leadership, we were at an event, and I realized that when they are referencing this training, I was like, wait, they're like learning from people who are rocking this business, and they're creating trainings based on what's working. Why are we not using what they're using? And so we came home and we were like, let's just put to work. What do they have? Like what's in this back office full of all this content? And there it was. And so this training is what the top of the top is teaching down. So it doesn't matter if you sign up with the number 1 coach or the number 200 coach, you are getting, they're teaching the exact same thing, because this is what they're doing. And the cool part is not only it's a live document. So as things change and things like, all of a sudden, the algorithm, which I won't like scare you with words like that, but things change in the social media world, they're updating their trainings to go with it. So they just took out a huge chunk of what we were, afraid to kind of, I think, keep recreating. And the cool part is they took people, like, not only did they take the top of the top, but they took people who just blew up last year and got all their information and then said, okay, this is what those people are doing. You need to do this. So that leads us into tonight and the next 30 days and what that looks like. Andy, do you kind of want to visualize what's happening?
So, first of all, I want to talk about vision a little bit. I have such a huge vision for what this is and what it's going to be, and I believe in my heart that it will be one day, and that's what's always driven me in this business. And with that means that I'm constantly trying to better myself, my leadership skills, and help you guys more, because the only way in this business that you can be successful is paying forward success and results and all of these things. So, like Kim mentioned, I have redone a boot camp, mentorship, whatever you want to call it, so many times over to try to figure out what works the most. And really, what works the most is the people who do the things every day. There really isn't a secret potion. However, for doing this for 4 years now, I definitely noticed last year a lot of the things that we had done and were teaching on were shifting, mostly in the world of social media. And so I feel like I spent all of 2017 trying to figure out, where do we go from here? How do we best mentor new coaches? Where do I even go from here with my social media? Blah, blah, blah. So it was awesome when Brittany and Kim were able to go to this new leader conference and kind of had that light bulb moment. And what's funny is our back office that everybody has, your login to, there's always been training there. And I never touched it. And honestly, what I would hear through the grapevine was that it was pretty outdated. So I just thought, whatever. So I was always trained from a team above us that was uber successful, and it's gotten me to where I am today. But there was definitely like a shift. And because my vision is so big, rather than just sit back and go, things are changing, it's going to crumble, whatever, I decided to pull together with the leaders on our team and go, where are we going from here? How are we going to fix this? We need to innovate and we need to move forward. So I have even more belief than ever in Beachbody as a corporation, because they did the very same thing. They innovated. They said, whoa, there's a lot of changes happening. What coaches have been around for a while are saying used to work isn't so much working anymore. We need to figure this out because we're not going anywhere. So I believe so much in having that vision. And I want you guys right now, day one, I don't care if you signed up yesterday or whenever, to have that vision for your personal business, because you are the driver of your bus and you need to be crystal clear on what you want and where you're going. So with that, since I saw Beachbody make this big shift.
I was going to say, since you're a little bit of vision, I think that as in the first 5 days of this, and this is just kind of butting into before we talk about logistics, in the first 5 days of this, I want you to, I think we spend our childhood dreaming about all these things that we want to be, and all these, like, I wanted to be an actress. I went to New York City. I was going to be the next Katie Couric. I was going to do all these things. And then like life got a hold of me, right? And I got like chewed up, spit out 49,000 times. And then lo and behold, you're a mother, and it's like not, for me, it fulfilled, yes, this huge void in my life that I knew I was supposed to be a mother. But then all of a sudden it's kind of like, well, wait, who am I? Like, am I just going to just do them? Or am I going to, I still want to take care of myself. And so I think a lot of times, and especially as you're sitting here and you're listening to National Wake Up Calls, which we'll talk about, dream, let yourself dream again. And I think that that's probably one of the coolest parts about this business is we're dreaming. Like, I remember the day I got that invitation to go on a Caribbean cruise for free with James. It was like, I called him. I'm like, babe, we're going to go on a cruise in the Caribbean, me and you, for free. Like, is that like, whatever I make and whatever I do, like, how awesome is it going to be for us to be able to do that, knowing darn well we would never choose to do that in our like daily life. Like, that's just not us. Like, we're very homebody. We're very hands-on parents. I mean, I don't even think we've ever had a babysitter that isn't family. Like, it's causing us to dream again. And like, from married to a very logistical guy who's not much of a dreamer, the fact that he sees the potential and sees the people and he sees the like change in me shows me that I'm on the right track, and that I actually have a chance to not only help people not wash their hair once a week, no, just kidding, but to actually make difference in people's lives that I would never have otherwise. It would have just been a kind of a selfish lifestyle. Like, let's be real. Like, I would have just, sure, I would have been an awesome mom, and I'm still an awesome mom. I'm probably a better mom because I'm actually growing in becoming that kind of mom. But now I'm like this, I'm healthy from the inside out. I have such a different perspective of who I am as a person. I feel like the things that were bad in my childhood, or the reason high school was hard and college, my 20s were just awful, I like see why they were the way they are. And I now have an opportunity to make sure that my daughter doesn't have the same experience. And not to say that I'm anything against my parents. It's just, I mean, different times. But I say all this to say, let yourself dream in these first 30 days. Let yourself believe in, like, look at the pictures of these boss babes sitting in these cabins in the woods, in the snow, and drinking wine and mimosas and working out and talking about, like, just think about this, talking about how to help more people, to live a healthy lifestyle, to not die of diabetes, heart attacks, blood pressure issues, high cholesterol, whatever, living a life of like, oh, I have PCOS, or, oh yeah, I had PCOS, but like, I drink this shake and it just helps everything. And it just makes my hormones level out. Hi. Or having like rheumatoid arthritis, and now you're being a spokesperson for it because this shake that nobody wants to believe in is helping you with symptoms of that they can't even believe are happening. That is being a life changer. That is saying every single morning, I'm a difference maker and I have an opportunity to do something better than I would have if I just did this. And I'm not saying that that's bad, but like, how much more life are you going to have, and how much more energy and excitement and passion to give to everything if you just let yourself dream? And so I just say all that to say, have fun, dream about what could be and what things you would change, and make a dream board that is bigger than your britches. And I think just like get excited about something that really can come to pass if you put in the work to make it happen. We're not saying this is a quick fix and you're going to come out 30 days making, millions of dollars. I mean, you could. That's the really crazy part. You really could. But, I mean, not millionaires, but you know what I mean. On course. But we're going to teach you how to do the hard things, how to put in the consistent work, and see that what you're going to do on a day-to-day basis really does make you stand apart and out from the regular Joe of the world. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
Clearly had something to say.
Preach. No, I don't remember what I was saying. Just basically, I have just as much belief in this company, which coming from the skeptical, like very traditional minded person that I am, I was a nurse. I went to school to be a nurse. I was going to be a nurse for my whole life. That's what I was going to do. I was going to retire as a nurse. And then to 18 months into this business, 2 years in this business, to quit my job was like, whew, I can't even believe I did that even still. It was 2 years ago, like last week. But all that to say, I have just as much confidence in myself as a coach now that I do in this company, because they have proven that they are partnered with us as coaches, that they have changed so much in the whole big Beachbody thing. And I won't get all into it with like how they used to do infomercials and blah, 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 to drive everything towards people working with an individual coach, people working with you, so that you are the life changer and you are making the commission and XYZ, which is all the amazing perks to this. So I just want you to know you're in a really good place on this team, that we are here to support you and mentor you, and it starts now. And you're in a really good place with this company. And I know that, people can get scary and have all their opinions. And I just say, well, you know what? I've lived it and it's worked for me. And that's why I'm so passionate and wanting to share it with everybody. So what you can expect from this group is every single day, there will be a post first thing in the morning that gives you information, explains kind of a theory or an idea or whatever. Sometimes there will be added files with it for you to click on to learn more about whatever the topic is. Sometimes there will be added videos for you to watch. It's very quick. It would maybe take you 5-ish minutes at the most for most of them. Then a couple hours later, there will be a check-in post that has action items. And this is what I want you guys to really dive into, is whatever we say to do, it's for a reason. And they get a little bit repetitive, you'll see, but it's for a reason. We're training you to do what we do every single day. And by checking into those posts and being engaged, it's just like, I'm assuming most of you have been in a challenge group before, or you're in one now. It's just like with your fitness journey. You have to check in every day. You'll get better results. So we really want to encourage you guys to be active, be engaged, ask questions, tag us, do the things that we ask you in there, because like Kim was saying, it's been proven to date, like current info, like we just grabbed this out of the back office. It is brand new. This is what's working to make people successful as a coach. There is no coach mold. It's not like one, you have to be a certain way to be a coach, but you do have to do the work. And it's not hard work. It's not a ton of work. It's about the consistent work. Consistency plus time will equal success. Like if you would have told me 4 years ago that me watching from behind the scenes, dreaming big because somebody told me on a call like this I should be, like Kim just told you. She was also a nurse, side note, and she had quit her job. When I heard her say that she actually did that, it was the first time that I thought, this is a real thing. Like what she just described about her life is so similar to what I could do with my life. And that's when I first allowed myself to dream. And then it was small, little, consistent things over time that I learned from a training very similar to this, that I implemented. But the key was, whenever I learned something new, I implemented it. I put it into action. I put my fear aside. I put my doubt aside. I put my worry of judgment aside. And I just decided, you know what? Why not me? This opportunity is here for the taking, and I want it. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I never wanted to say it out loud because I live in San Diego and it's freaking expensive. So I never thought it would be a possibility. And here I am, the crazy lady that just keeps having babies. This would not have been my life had I not taken that leap. We would not be having a fourth child. I can guarantee that. I'd still be that overweight, tired, night shift working nurse who I was, with zero confidence, and would have never been on a webinar like this by choice. So this can and will change your life just as much as the fitness can change somebody's life, and you will be life changers for so many people on their fitness journey. this business is legit. It's a real deal, you guys, and it can drastically transform your life, the life of your kids, everything. But you have to be willing to go, I'm going all in. All in does not mean working 8 hours a day. It doesn't mean everything else goes on the back burner and all you are now is a Beachbody coach. It means doing the things we're asking you to do, and you will see that it doesn't take a lot of time, but doing them every day, being committed and being confident. Even if you don't feel confident right now, be confident that this works. Be confident in what we're sharing with you. And the confidence as you go forward will grow. Trust me on that, because Kim knows me pre-Beachbody, and I was the last person you would think I would be doing this. I think she could vouch for that. This works, you guys. So stay in it, stay consistent, and let yourself just go for it, really. I mean, what do you have to lose? That's what I want to say. What do you have to lose? And the people that I've seen come and go from the team, it's not that they couldn't have done it. It's not that they didn't fit some mold that doesn't exist. It's that they didn't consistently put in the time to make it happen. They didn't do the things every day to show up, to be that person that people want to work with, that person that people are inspired by, because they fell off the radar. And life will get in the way. Trust me, Kim can also talk about life getting in the way. And that's another thing I've seen trip up coaches. I made a commitment when I decided to really go for this. And the only person I was honest enough with to tell was my husband at the time. I'm really going to go for this. And even then I was scared. I was afraid to say it. I was afraid that if I fail, it's like I didn't want to tell anybody else. For a long time, I was like this closet Beachbody coach, because I was worried that if it didn't work, I would get all this judgment and scrutiny. And once I got rid of that and just said, I'm doing this, I called Kim. Kim, you've got to do this with me. And I got over all of that.
That's when, by the way.
What's that?
I said no, by the way.
She said no. It was like a year later that she said yes. But when she was ready to say yes, she came to me, because we're friends and I love her. And because I was still there. I was still doing it. I wasn't going anywhere. Sorry. I don't even know where I was going with that tangent. But you guys can do this. This opportunity is here for the taking. And you have to know that it is going to take time. It's not an overnight thing, but from what we've seen being in this MLM industry for a while now, these overnight ones never stick around. Am I right?
No, they unfortunately, their structure isn't built on, and this is known factor. They're not built to survive. They're built to be get rich quick. Then it will die off, and the same owners are just starting new ones. And unfortunately, what's really sad is a lot of people are making really big choices over these products and burning bridges and doing all these things. And then in the end, they're burning people's scalps. But that's, different day, different story. I was going to say, I think what you said is like a lot of it is confidence, and like you're a new coach and you're thinking like, I don't know anything. Well, here's what you know. You know that you are going through a training and you're going to learn everything that we've ever learned. You know that if someone says to you, hey, what are you doing? You can act with confidence knowing we have this training available for any coach that comes underneath you, and we will train them up like they are one of ours, and they will be loved on like they are one of ours. You know that you have products that are life-changing. You have a shake that is life-giving. This is what you go into every single day. I cannot tell you how many times I get stopped. Oh yeah, this is Kim Jensen. She's like number 5 in the company. I'm like, I'm not number 5, but it's because I act like I am. Nobody needs to know that I'm not number 5 or even close to number 5. And it actually, I usually am like, I'm not really that high, but they're like, no, she's so far. She's up that. And it's because I have confidence in everything we have to offer. And fake it till you make it, right? Like when we tell you to do those coach posts every Sunday night, and we're going to talk about that in here, you act like you are part of a team, and you say, you know what? I have an opportunity to go to Disneyland this year with my team. I want you on that trip with me. And knowing even if you don't get to go, they can go. You know what I mean? Like knowing that we're not in some weird pyramid scheme that's going to keep them from not being able to go because you don't move ahead. But having that confidence in every single thing that you say is, I think, the difference. It's the difference in the way you speak, and the way you know what you have to offer is life-changing, and you have to go into every single post like that. And the fact is, it is life-changing. Look around. Like, if you for 1 second are feeling insecure about your own transformation, or the coaching opportunity, whatever, go on to Beachbody On Demand and look at the blog and look at all those transformation stories. I mean, it's endless. It's endless. So yeah.
The last thing that I wanted to say is I want you to imagine a year from now, if you took today to go, I'm doing this, I'm committing to this, I'm going to put forward the effort and the time and the consistency and do what they tell me to do, no matter what gets in the way. We've both had a lot of life get in the way. Babies, this, that, like there's been a lot. And what I can tell you is that in those times that were harder, where my time was like so limited to actually do this, I found the time somewhere, pregnancy, postpartum, whatever, that is when my business actually grew more, because I didn't have time to overthink. All I had time to do was take action and be very transparent on my social media about my life. And that's what people resonated with. So I want you to imagine, if you say today, you're drawing a line in the sand. I don't know what you've done in your past. I don't care. I don't know where you are with anything. But today you're drawing this line in the sand and you are committing that I'm going to do this for a year. That doesn't mean in a year you're going anywhere. That means imagine where you could be in a year. I have seen some coaches just blow up. In fact, like Kim was saying, a lot of the data that went into this training came from coaches who just signed up in 2017 and killed it in 1 year. So I want you to commit to yourself, to your family, to this for a year, and imagine where you will be 1 year from now on March 19th, 2019, if you actually do it. That's powerful, you guys, because if you do that for a year, guaranteed you won't be walking away next March 19th. You'll be hosting this you've probably already done it 1,000 times by now, and you will be shouting this to the rooftops like we do. Don't give up. Life's going to happen. Things are going to come up. Kids are going to get sick. That happens. And the people who don't make it in this business are the people who allow those life things to stop them in their tracks and to stop taking action. And then you're dead in the water. I don't know how else to say it. I'm just being completely honest, because I want you guys to be successful. And to be successful in this, you have to be consistent.
And I think that, I think a lot of the thing, I think the biggest thing is like, well, why am I interesting? Like, what do I have to offer somebody that isn't, so-and-so, or they're going to do it better, or those like self-doubting conversations that I think we've all had. And I want to share that, like, it's been the hardest moments of my life that I was vulnerable, and I like let people into like some real, like when, we miscarried, we moved back, we bought homes, we had financial problems, like all those things that I shared about postpartum, all of it. I feel like I got so much from the community that I let in, that I know that I still get messages to this day that are like, by you sharing that, like I was able to blank, 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 or I was so afraid, but then I realized like there's strength in like the conversation, I blank, blank, blank. And I feel like sometimes when we put ourselves out there, we're so afraid that we're going to get rejected. But the fact of the matter is, even if nobody comments, somebody's life has been changed because of it. And so know that your life is interesting enough. Know that your struggles are a struggle enough to share, and in a positive way, always swinging the positive, because you can't be a negative Nancy and like hope that this all works out. The world is negative enough. But if we can show people like wow, that's actually really hard. I can't believe they're going through that. But look, like she's still smiling. Look, she's going to her garage and she's going to go work out because guess what? That's the best therapy there is. Me going to see a shrink is fine, and that has all its own benefits. But me heading out to my garage and sweating out mentally, all of it is going to be way more powerful in my own realm for me personally. But showing people how to keep showing up in their own lives as an active participant, there's nothing greater than you can do as a human being. Because then you're not just going through the motions. You're not just kind of living. No, you're living well and you're living hard. And you're living passionate and you're living purposefully and you're living out to your greatest potential as a human being. And there is nothing greater. Whether or not you help people do Beachbody or not, there's nothing greater. There really isn't.
Love it. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions for us? You ready to be mind blown?
I'm just excited about all of the like the action posts and stuff like that, because I think I need more structure, because like I kind of am grabbing like from certain social medias that I watch, and then obviously like your social media and Kim's social media, I kind of see like where you guys are going in the day, like what to post
and that is great that you're already watching what other people are doing, because I feel like that's what I do all the time. I've always watched what other people who have been doing this longer than me and are successful, what are they doing and how can I implement that? Kim mentioned the National Wake Up Call. So every Monday, Beachbody Corporate puts on a National Wake Up Call, and they pull a coach who is doing, I don't know where she went. Oh, there you go. Who is killing it. And they talk on a specific topic, and they always have literally like 3 to 5 things, action things that you can do that you can implement in your business. And I have taken so much from listening to those every single week. So definitely watching what people are doing and implementing is great. And we'll talk about structure and stuff. I think with social media, you definitely need to have a structure, and I won't get all into it right now. But overwhelmingly, you just need to be you. And it's more about branding you than Beachbody. So just be authentically you. In fact, I don't follow any sort of like posting schedule. Mm-hmm. A little bit, and we'll get into that. But it's more just my good posts that actually get engagement, comments, likes, or when this is how I'm feeling. This is what's going on. When I tried to follow a schedule at times, because I've done that, a lot of times I get to like, ooh, this is what I'm supposed to be posting right now, and it's forced. I can't even talk about that right now. It's not how I'm feeling. So definitely don't stress on the schedule as much. Just continue to watch people and be you. Authentically 1,000% you, because you will attract people like you, and those are the most fun people to help, where you could just have a 2-hour conversation with somebody you just met over the internet and it gets you excited to help that person. Those are the best, and that comes from you being you on social media, and those people will want to work with you.
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone almost died before.
Sorry. And I just get blah, blah.
And I'm like, I think she might still be talking, but she's gone.
I was, and then it froze, and I was like, oh my gosh, my phone's going to die. Sorry.
It's okay. We get it. My phone's dead by 7 a.m. every morning. Every morning.
That's why mine's
what's the point of a phone? Was there more that you were trying to say?
No, I was just saying that I'm interested in finding out like all about like what to post, and trying to get like, I guess, content or like what people would want to look for. I kind of just implement like what I see, and that's about it.
I will say that and I don't feel like we go over this now that I'm thinking about it, Andy. Maybe we do. Your top 10 interest list.
That's in there. I'm
it is. Okay.
Sure. I'll look through it, and if not, we'll make sure that we add that in.
Yeah, because that's really important.
I think it was one of Britt's days last time.
You're right. I think it was too. Okay. All right.
We're really glad that you guys came on.
Thanks for joining us. And know that just tag any of us in any post. We check them both all day. So we are here to help. Okay. see you
In the group.
tomorrow. Yeah, in the group. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.